Enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking for his big receiver, Marshall. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium, the home of the Madden Championship Series. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
At their own 12-yard line.
Right to the air is Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Packers.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And the Packers first down.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down.
This one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Packers 7, Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That went out wide and intercepted. Room here to run. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Got an open man. It's Devin Hester. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Mendoza now throwing to start the drive.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Second and 10.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the Packers' 9-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Morton Anderson for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The Hall of Famer's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
It's a gain of 10. And a Packer first down.
Here's Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
At the 45-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
hands it off out of the gun. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Back to throw. Mendoza.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Donald Parham.
35 yards.
And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Keep the score. Packers 21. Texans 16.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. On the give, here's Gibbs.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimal.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
He'll try and do this himself.
Then eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Rodgers.
That is caught. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
And Gibbs has it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers. A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
McManus's point after is good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Mendoza.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
A gain of 15 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And it's It's incomplete. They cannot.